You know, some tracks start as ideas in the rehearsal room and they're really organic things that we just jam. But some tracks start with like Tune or Matisse or myself, like freak a sample in Ableton, and then we're like, oh, that sounds awesome. And we make the whole thing in the studio and we're like, okay, how are we gonna play this live?
What's up, Toronto? Are you guys ready?
I'm Matisse.
I'm Adam.
I'm Flo, and we're N KRATES.
I was in my first band in like grade 9 and kind of just had bands the whole time. And that's actually, I was in a band with Matisse before this whole thing came about.
You know, I kind of started playing in church when I was young and met Tune in college and then started playing in soul bands.
I come from like a battle competitive DJ background, like ITF and DMCs. And then I went on to kind of do a little bit of club DJing and kind of quickly got bored with that, hence where we are today.
We kind of feel like we've gone through a few steps. So when we first started, we just would take a familiar sample that people knew, or a hook, whatever, anything that was familiar, and we would just kind of figure out a way to flip it live with the instruments we had. And at the beginning it was kind of just turntables, a pretty basic synth keyboard, and just live drums. Now we can take any sound, and we've taken the turntables and the keyboards and the drums, we've flipped them into being kind of more electronic instruments, where we're now using drum samplers and Ableton software and live 808. And it's kind of become more like, when there was 3 of us at the beginning and 3 instruments, we've kind of turned our instruments into almost like 9 instruments now. So it's really evolved, and we're mostly playing our own compositions that are kind of just N KRATES originals.
We're all looking individually for sounds and anything that inspires us, and then we just, but the real, I think, chemistry happens when the 3 of us like agree on something.
That's after the agreement comes after bickering and yelling and fighting for each part, and then there's a hugging makeup part, and then we make a track, and it kind of ends up
or you
like
play
that.
something in the rehearsal room and like nobody says anything. And
Yeah.
you just shut the session like it never happened.
You're like, okay, fine. Keep it for myself. This is my own track. Then.
We all have these side projects of
that don't really exist.
Yeah.
A lot of you guys probably know our homie Grand Theft. We're gonna play a track we just did with him. We're about to release it very soon on Mad Decent Records, so here we go.
We just hit our 100,000 fans on Facebook today, and we just want to thank anybody who has been on our social media. You guys don't think we read it, but we do. We read it all the time, and we read the comments, and we appreciate the feedback.
Like, it seems a bit ridiculous to get excited about like Facebook likes, but
We do.
we do. Yeah, we do. And you know what? Guess what? Every other artist does too, and the biggest artists do, and any of them that tell you they're not, they're fucking lying. Okay?
Keep it 100. Yeah, keep it 100.